Okay. Oh my god, force video. Okay. I'm getting a little. Also, I know I said right. I'll either explain it or I will end the video. But I was lying about that actually because I skipped past the geometry part. But I just want to see all of the questions. So even if there's gonna be like 5 videos no one watches, it'll still be funny. Anyways, integrating. Let's extend. Extend that. Fill it with. Hold on. And then go back to brushes. Okay, so again, again, if you have, yeah, if you take the derivative of x to the power of -1, you get negative x to the power of -2, negative x to the power of -2. It's not involved with this because otherwise it would have a different value, whatever. Um, and let me remember to turn the MS Paint display off once I go back in game. Just see the next question. So we're integrating this. Yeah, integrating this whole thing, because integrating is just reversing the differentiation. Integrating this whole thing just makes it go back to being x to the power of -1. But because we're integrating it without the negative, that means originally it was negative. So when originally it was negative, which means when you take the derivative, which again constants times a function, if you're taking the derivative of a constant c times a function f, that's the same thing. That's the same thing as taking the constant out and then taking the derivative of the function. So yeah, when you take the derivative of this, you get um, when you take the derivative of this, you get wow, it's like magic. Whoa. Okay, anyways. Yeah, when you take the derivative of this, that becomes again, we ignore this part. We ignore the constant. It's a constant because it's -1. We ignore that. We take the derivative of this, which based on the power rule is -1 times x to the power of -1 minus -1, which is -2. And then again, there's a negative, but then the negative here cancels out that negative. So we have integrating this equals this. But whenever you integrate, there's also the constant of integration, which means this is negative x to the power of -2 plus c. And since we have our function, it's like with ODE, you have the initial condition or whatever it was called. I do not remember. But yeah, this specifies what the constant of integration will be. Not specifies it, but it lets you solve for the constant of integration. Why do you have to have n plus m anyways? Whatever. Hold on. Okay. So if you substitute 1/2 into this, you have negative 1/2 to the power of -2. Now, because it's to the power of negative, we take the reciprocal, which is just, for people who didn't remember what the reciprocal was, it's just, even though I've already said it like 10 minutes ago in the other video, it's just flipping the numerator and the denominator. Or if you have just like a function like f of x, it's always over 1, so you have 1 over f of x as the reciprocal. I will have to end the video soon, hold on. And then continue this again. But yeah, so taking the reciprocal of 1/2, it just becomes 2 to the power of 2, which is just squared. So that's 4. We have -4 plus c equals 1, which means c equals 5. C equals 5. We have Negative x to the power of negative 1 plus 5. For negative 1, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I gotta have to end the video again. Oh my god, dude.